Okay, I think we're live. Pretty sure. Fairly sure. I'm Joe, and playing some more Symphony of the Night. Tonight got away from me a little bit, I'll be honest. And, well, doesn't matter. Tonight's presidential debate happened literally up the street from where I live, and it's kind of been a nightmare to deal with. So, mist could pass. I'm grabbing levels. So, I was doing this the other day, and just to reiterate, I'm playing with the luck code turned on. And effectively, that makes it so I do more crits, I get better drops, but of course, the flip side of that coin is that, Oop, I started a tweet about this and then I never finished it, so give me a second while I do that. Okay, sorry about that. Nobody knew I was streaming. Probably. A few people would have known, I guess. Alright. So, yeah, better drops, and higher crits, which is why I'm using the rapier, because quarter circle forward and attack with the rapier does that, which with the improved crit chances means that you're going to do potentially a lot of damage.
Who are you? Open hell's gate. Come forth, my servants. The scent of your blood. You're a Belmont. Crush this flea who invades my castle.
Your castle? Yeah, see. Oof. Of course, the downside to the luck code is that all your stats suck. So I got hit a couple times by the werewolf, and that was put me in pretty heavy danger. So
I'm certain that was a Belmont. So he says he's the lord of this castle.
which one is miss. There it is. I never remember which button is miss, which button is bat, which button is... Save again, so we don't have to do that fight again. Because we definitely don't want to do that. So, the Coliseum is like pretty straightforward once you've actually fought the bosses. So, I tend to just kind of go, uh-oh. I don't know why I'm losing sync, but okay, whatever. So, actually with the luck code on, what I'm going to do, and since this is a replay game, that giant skeleton will drop an item called the Ring of Varda. Which gives you kind of ridiculous bonuses, stat bonuses. It's only available on replays. And with the luck code on, he should drop it pretty quickly. Hopefully. I'm gonna make some extra cash while we're here too, which is nice to have. Not a need to have, but a nice to have. But again, with the luck code, the Ring of Varda is really a good idea to keep with you. And in the second castle, there's a really convenient place to grind for it, where there's two of these guys side by side. But you have to wait quite a while to get it if you go that route, and it's easier you get it earlier, I mean, here, and makes the game this first... Anything that helps on the first playthrough, first half of the playthrough, I should say, first castle, you want on a luck code run, because you're Ring of Varda, there we go. So, just to make my point, you can see there, my attack takes a 40 point bump, strength takes a 30 point bump, constitution takes a 10 point bump, intelligence takes a 30 point bump, and even luck takes a 5 point bump, defense takes a 15 point bump. So like, this is, it's ridiculous. And again, there's kind of a reason why it's you only get it on a replay. I think the designers, Iga and company kind of knew the Ring of Varda was ridiculous from Jump Street, and so it's just like, yep, just I mean, really, I probably should have done that before I fought the Minotaur and the Werewolf. So the Minotaur and the Werewolf are also... Apparently the Blood Cloak gives me a 1 point knock to my luck, but my luck is so high right now that it doesn't really matter. The werewolf and the minotaur are separate bosses from Rondo of Blood. You fight them in 2 separate stages in that game, and so Richter commanding them to fight you at the same time is a throwback to that game, of course. Can I go up? Will it open for me? No, I have to open it from the other side, which is fine. So, yeah, as you can see, the Ring of Varda is gonna do me a lot of favors in the early part of this playthrough. Another thing I love about the Colosseum is, like, it's not a very big area, and there are 2 or 3 save rooms in the Colosseum, which is just bananas. Like, it doesn't really feel necessary. So we're not actually going yet to the... Yeah. So we just want to get the map coverage for the loading corridor. We're not actually going. What is happening with this? I'm on the verge of replacing this capture card. It's supposed to be a good one, and it just keeps dropping the signal. And I turned off the go back and save again, I guess. Okay, how are we doing? Okay, looks like we've covered all the ground we can cover at this point here, so we're actually going to go back to the underground is where we want to go next. So I can either leave through the chapel and go down that way, and back towards the castle entrance, or I can go to the right from here, back through Orlox's quarters and down through the... And actually, that is what I'm going to do. We're going to go down through the... Oh, come on. We're going to go down via the... Marble Gallery. Why didn't that open? What did I not hit? not that important. I've already covered all the ground in this area, so it's really not a big deal. Probably should save there. Now, of course, I'm saying it out loud, which means that I'm definitely going to regret not saving there, but I don't think it's necessary given the type of enemies that I'm going to meet between where I am and where I'm going. Again is back out of Ulrox's quarters. To the Marble Gallery, and in the Marble Gallery I will be able to go down. Did I already do... Yes, I did. So I need either the bat transformation or the high jump at this point to explore that center section. And of course I'm going the wrong way. There's a gap right in the center there. You need, again, either the high jump, the anti-gravity boots, or the bat transformation to get up there. And I believe you get the bat transformation first. Memory serves. So we'll come back here when I have that, but right now, as I say, we're gonna go underground, like that Jam song. And this is where we're going down. And we can clear out most of this pretty close to right away. Okay, well, made it to the next save. I unjinxed myself by talking about how I jinxed myself. That was the trick. That was the magic move, was to say, I jinxed myself. I think I'm wearing anything on my head. Goggles. The bandana will give me one additional defense at the cost of 3 intelligence, and I use enough I use enough magic, generally speaking, that that's not really worth it. So there are 2 ways you can do this. You can jump down the hole on the right, where I just came from, and then work your way back up that way, or you can go all the way down that way and then work your way back up from the right. I've seen guides or people suggest that you go that way, climb down, climb back up. But I'm not about that life. I'm just going to jump down the hole and then climb up the opposite side from where I am now. I can't make that jump yet. Once I have the form of bat, or the high jump, but again, I think I get the form of bat first. There's a item you need to progress to the second castle in that direction, but we're again not gonna sweat that now. So the thing about this game is that it's really fun when you don't remember how to get everywhere or do everything. You can kind of explore the castle at your leisure, which I really enjoy doing. There was a time when I didn't play this game for probably about a decade or more, and I had a ton of fun. Okay, we need the merman statue before we can get the holy snorkel, so that's a waste of time going down there right now. But come on, get closer. Just use the lightning item to get him. Yeah, you need the merman statue to get the holy snorkel. So going down that way. But anyways, I didn't play this game for, probably about 10 years at one point. And it's that easy. Luck code, Varda, Ring of Varda. We're just exploding Scylla. No Charybdis in this game, just a Scylla. So the Crystal Cloak is pretty sweet because it has a cool visual transparency effect, and it's better than the one I'm wearing now. So it's not as cool looking, maybe in some ways, but you can see that transparent, diaphanous look that the Crystal Cloak has, which I really like. So, yeah, I at one point had not played this game in so long that when I did come back to it, it felt so fresh. I didn't remember where everything was and all that stuff, and that was a lot of fun. Now I've been playing it more recently, and I just did a full run of the PSP version. That there's... I know where I'm going, basically, at all times, so I don't really need to worry about, like, oh, what if I wander all the way to the end of a hallway and I can't get through the door because I have been playing enough just this month that I know where everything is. We do not want the knife. Contrary to what you're led to believe after playing Ghouls and Ghosts, in Castlevania you do not want to get the knife in most cases, because the knife is garbage. It's the worst sub-weapon in any given Castlevania. In fact, I can't even think of a counterexample. I can't think of, like, oh no, it's actually pretty good in whichever. It's never good. I mean, it's fine. It's better than nothing. Any port in a storm. But and we're back where we started. So again, I've seen people recommend, like, climb all the way down there and then climb all the way back up, and I'm just like, I don't know why you would do it that way. because climbing is way more of a pain in the ass than just dropping down a hole, and you end up in the same spot. Like, I'm just gonna fall. I'm like, oh, here I am, right back where I need to be. That's the hole I just went up through. So I don't know why some folks suggest that you. This is the thing that I always thought was neat. You plug up this hole, and these guys who would usually give you a pain just drown, and you don't have to deal with them in any other way, which is a nice touch. This game has so many things like that, where maybe the first time you didn't push that all the way up against there to see, you know, you didn't notice the water trickling or whatever. But oh, nope. So yeah, you need the Holy Snorkel because Alucard has trouble with running water. Now that's I mean, vampire myths vary from myth to myth, but there is a long-standing vampire myth about vampires can't cross running water or touch running water. Even though this water doesn't really look like it's running all that fiercely. But Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen, which I just did a video on, Roger just did a video on, also has that. Okay, so here's a spot where I can't reach that yet, but I can grab some mushrooms on the way down, which is good, because they're good low-level health items. The toadstool is poisonous. I can't remember. I can get over here. Okay. Yeah, because there's a health life max up over here. But so now the thing is, I can't get back up there, right? In my current state, because I don't have the bat transformation and I don't have the anti-gravity boots. But that's okay, because we're gonna go out the other side and then we're gonna come back later, because what we're gonna do. I love that frozen ghosts drop ice cream. Remember if there's a thing we need to unlock over here. I think there is. I think I have to break something or hit a button to unlock access from... Yep. And I really didn't need to do that now, because this is the way I'm leaving anyways, but... Just like to get that map coverage, you know? So.
I'll take you to a place which might be interesting for you.
The Ferryman always says weird shit in all Castlevania games. In every Castlevania game where there's a ferryman, he says weird shit. And I think he says that almost that exact same line in Simon's Quest. When you present him with Dracula's heart, he takes you to the last mansion before you have to go back to Castlevania, which is just a ruin in that game. I think he says, I'll take you someplace interesting. But this is where you get the merman statue. So now I could go back and get the Holy Snorkel, but it's a big pain in the ass to get all the way back over there. So... in the interest of efficiency, we're not going to do that. We're going to go back up to the entryway. And in the entryway, we are going to use the teleporter to take us back to the outer wall, because now we have the mist form. So there's a room in the outer wall that we can go enter as mist, and then there's a room in the library which will give us the bat transformation. And then we can come back and get the Holy Snorkel, cover all this water ground, and then we can also explore the top reaches of the clock tower. And then we can... what we really want to do then is get the Spike Breaker armor from the underground. We which we will then be able to reach as well. Don't want the stopwatch. Never want the stopwatch. Lord. There's still some more stuff that's hidden around here that I can't reach yet, but that's fine. Here's the death room, once again. The funny thing, in retrospect, after having played this so many times, about the death room is that... Oh, I did already finagle my way in there. The funny thing about the death room in hindsight is that all the gear that he takes from you, with the possible exception of the Alucard shield, is actually not really the best gear in the game. Like, the Alucard sword does a lot of damage on one hit, but also, like, it's just one hit, right? Like, you do more damage with the Chrysogrim, or with the shield rod and the Alucard shield, or, you know, whatever. So... that's the teleporter room. Before we teleport, we're going to save. Save early, save often. Redonar says, did you play Battle Princess Madeline? You know, I didn't. A couple of people I know did, and I really like Ghouls and Ghosts, and I really like Castlevania, so a Metroidvania that's kind of in the vein of Ghouls and Ghosts seems like it'd be right in my wheelhouse, but I also feel like I heard like good things when it was still in early access, but when it finally came out, I remember hearing that like it maybe wasn't as great as I'd originally heard, but I still feel like I should check it out at some point, for sure. So I think this is the right teleporter room. This is the outer wall. This is the outer wall. Okay, so because it's a little easier, we're going to do the library first, because then we don't have to backtrack all the way up here. So what we're doing now is we're going to the library, we're going to get the form of Bat, we're going to go grab some items out of a mist room that's also on the outer wall, and then we are going to go back underground, although I don't know if I'm going to be playing that long tonight. Of course not. I have to uncurse myself. Uncurse. Curse status will eventually wear off on its own, but like, who wants to deal with that? Did I already get? Yes, I did. So yeah, we gain access to a whole new section of this area because we have the double jump. There we go. Fleamen have to be on the list of most annoying video game enemies. Like up there with the birds in Ninja Gaiden. In fact, I think in some Castlevania games, including this one, they're more obnoxious than Medusa heads. Excuse me. So the Topaz Circlet is good, I think. Is that the one that turns... Let's re-equip our shield. Oops. Maybe where the goggles are. Yeah, so this is going to give a small knock to my defense, but it'll give my intelligence, my magic a good bump, and... anytime I get poisoned now, I'll get health back, which is actually super good. And there are certain enemies that show up a little bit later in the game that rely heavily on poison. And of course, that is not going to do them any favors because their poison is going to start healing me now. And actually, that's probably what I'm going to leave on for the rest of the game because there's not any really great headgear that you get later. The headgear is always... Oh, right, Lesser Demon. Okay. Yeah, okay. I forgot that he's treated as a boss the first time you encounter him, because he becomes a common enemy later in the game, as some of the other bosses do as well. In the Upside Down Castle, you see Lesser Demons just kind of walking around all the time. So, of course, again, with the gear that I have now, my tendency to crit, he does not stand a chance. This could pass, and it does. Okay. Soul of Bat. So now... Ba-boom. I can turn into a bat. I can't attack as a bat. But... just the same. The only thing is, as you can see by my magic meter, turning into mist and bat and stuff drains your magic real fast. Now, because my intelligence is relatively high, because of the gear I have, it's going to refill pretty quickly. And there's also an item you can get later. I don't remember what it is, but there's a thing you can get that makes it refill. Actually, that might be a thing, piece of headgear that you get later that makes your magic refill faster. Man. Passing through a save room, may as well save. Renonar says, I would love to see a Game Boy stream again someday down the road. Yeah, man. I've been thinking about doing some spooky Game Boy stuff at some point, but I haven't really had the chance. Let's see, do I have all that map coverage? Yes, I do. So I have to go back to the top of the room that I was just in, but I'm going to go visit the librarian first, because I got some cash.
Are you flush with it?
Hey! I am a little bit flush with it. How you doing, Alex? Let's see, I got some gems I can
Good.
sell, too.
What do you think? Wait.
I got some gems I can sell.
Thank you.
Oh, nice.
Thank
You gotta
you.
sell that shit, dude.
Thank you. Thank you.
How's a luck code treating you?
Good.
Okay.
Thank you.
I got to the point where I got one of the big skeletons to drop the Ring of Varda, which like gives you ridiculous stat bumps for like
Okay,
everything.
yeah.
So
So anti-luck code
doing
item.
pretty good, yeah, basically. Let's see. I got 20,000 gold, so I can buy like the elemental swords. I can buy the sword named Harper, which I actually might do because that's like a pretty ridiculous buff over what I'm currently using.
I heard he's got like a bazaar. I guess you can call it.
Yes, you could call it that.
Yeah, I've never actually like checked it out, but I hear it's pretty cool. That's all I got. That's my joke for the evening.
I'm gonna take it actually. I'm far away from getting a lot of the other good swords right now, so Harper seems like a good option. And I'm trying to remember if like I don't think it does. I was gonna say I don't remember if this has any command inputs for like special attacks with this sword. I think it just does a lot of like more damage than anything else you have access to at this point. Is basically what makes it special. So hey, there was a presidential debate up the street from me tonight, Alex.
Yeah, I saw part of it when I got home from work. I got off a little early, and when I got home, it was like ending, and I watched it before I got in the shower, and I was like, man, this is real fucking dumb.
Yeah, I watched none of it, but I had to deal with like I can't park my car in front of my own house.
Oh, cool.
And I have no off-street parking where I live right now, so like I had to park like literally at the other end of the block in like a real estate office parking lot for the last 2 days. And like
Cool.
There was a soldier on my lawn tonight for a little while, just kind of chilling there, making sure that I guess everything nothing untoward happened.
Sure, God forbid.
Which like. I mean, I guess there's weird people all over. I mean, I guess a bunch of people just tried to kidnap the governor of Michigan. So, like,
I was gonna say, no
who the
way.
hell
There's
knows?
weird American people. That doesn't sound right.
Shocking,
like,
right?
Yeah.
So maybe it is like necessary, but it's just like I don't really want like
The army
whatever
here.
the army or Secret Service or whatever
Yeah.
he is like standing on my fucking lawn.
Yeah, I would not be happy either.
And then, of course, like, they're in the alley out back, too, because it's like, we're so close to the campus, so it's like, we tried to take the dogs out at the normal time, which is, like, right around when the debate was starting, and, like, there's a bunch of, whatever, Secret Service or whatever, like, skulking around in the alley, and so the dog's, like, going nuts, and I'm like, I don't want to deal with this, so I guess we'll just wait to take them out until, like, later than we normally would.
Yeah. And now we got a late stream.
And now we got a late, right? Yeah. So.
And all you stream monsters out there, like, benefit. Insomniac stream monsters. There we go. Figured it out. Is that what we've decided we're gonna call our
Viewers?
viewers? I was like, I don't want to say fans. That sounds wrong. No one likes us. So.
That's right. Yeah, I don't know. Sure, we can go with that. I don't think
Yeah.
I've given it that much thought, honestly.
I don't think we need to.
Yeah,
As
fair.
far as I know, we don't have any viewers, which is
Oh,
fine.
Rhino Nar is watching right now. He says, "Is the Madden series overrated?" I'm not sure how it's rated
Was it
these days.
ever?
Honestly,
Yeah,
like,
I don't know. I mean, I guess what do you mean by that? I guess is like overrated in terms of its like longevity, because I feel like it's not well regarded anymore.
right.
So like, just in terms of like how it's been able to survive this long, like was that? I don't. I guess I know. Please rephrase the question.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have a good answer because I'm not really aware. Like, it's probably overrated by the people who like that, and Call of Duty is the only video game they buy in a given year. Like, for the most part, it's probably overrated by those people, but by like, the gaming populace at large, like now it's probably correctly rated as like, it's a football game, and now like if you want to play really any kind of football game that isn't an old one, if you want to play current rosters, current games, current system, current rosters, like that's your only option, which I think is not like great for their incentive to make it like new or interesting from year to year aside from a roster update. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't played a Madden game in I'm gonna say like I might have played one on the PS2 at my old roommate's like behest.
Madden 94 was sick.
So yeah, I mean I played them on the Genesis for sure. But even there, like I enjoyed Mutant. I mean Mutant League is built on the same engine basically, right? So like, I guess like I enjoyed Mutant League quite a bit. So I don't know. I don't have a good answer to that.
Yeah.
I mean if people, I mean again, like we have a friend who also is a games journalist who really likes Madden. So she's into it a lot.
I feel like the general consensus
But I
with
feel
just
like-
kind of all sports games, I would say, in the past few years has been like, do we really need to do this every year? Like, you know what I mean? But that's kind of been like the games journalist take on it. But I feel like the people who only play like Call of Duty and like FIFA's take on it
Madden
is
or
like,
FIFA or
oh
the show,
fuck, dude, new
depending on
FIFA.
your-
Like
yeah.
that attitude has like not changed. You know
Right,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and nor will it ever. Like, I don't think. Like, that's fine. Some people just kind of play the game that they play, and that's it. And every year they're like, sweet, dude, more trash. I
one.
love eating garbage, and that's fine. I love garbage too. I was just watching anime. Anime's great.
I was
Garbage
gonna
is also
say,
great.
I absolutely
Yeah.
love.
No, it's not. It's not like an aspersion on, like, that. I feel like the world would be a better place if everyone just acknowledges every once in a while that, like, you know what? Maybe it's okay to eat garbage, like metaphorical garbage. Everybody's
Right,
all got
right.
like their thing where they're like, nah, dude, but like, is it art? And it's like, fucking, who gives a shit, dude? Like,
Yeah.
we're all gonna die. Just enjoy the things you like. Like, it's
Yep.
fine.
just fucking yeah.
Yeah.
You do you. Just fucking enjoy it. So now that I
That's
have,
what, it's like, yeah, like watch your trash TV. It's okay. You'll, like I said, someday you'll be dead. As long as you enjoy it.
yep. So yeah, I don't know. I think again, like for people who like football, I mean, like it's the same. Like you were saying, it's the same with all. I think the only difference is that like some of the soccer games and some of the like baseball, like there's more than one basketball game to franchise.
Yeah.
Right? So like
Yeah.
there's some incentive on the part of the people who make those games to make it better than like the opposing franchise. And the problem
Right.
with Madden is just like that doesn't
That's it.
exist. Like there's
Yeah.
no other football game.
There's no other. I think there's no other hockey game either anymore. There used to be, but I think they're done with that. But I think all the other sports have like competing. Does baseball have a competing thing, or is it just like the show now?
no, so there's the show, which is the Sony published one on PlayStation.
Yeah.
But then there's a multi-platform. Well, there's they brought back the RBI name, even though it's not
Oh,
related
yeah, that's
to like
true.
the old Namco Family
Yeah,
Stadium
yeah.
games at all. And then I think there's also like, doesn't EA still do like an MLB 2020 or whatever? I'm not
Fucking
sure.
hate baseball. You're the guy I know who likes baseball.
Yeah, but I don't. So one, I don't really play baseball video games anymore.
I know, but I mean, just as somebody, you
And
feel like
two,
you've maybe
everybody
seen
I
it
know
before.
who does, or like any mention of it, is always like the show, because that's considered to be like the good one, for sure.
Right. I don't know. I figured if anybody would know, it would be you because
Yeah.
like you watch them and they'll probably advertise that if like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah, no, for sure. That's not an unreasonable conclusion to reach.
well, it was unreasonable, or I was reasonable. That's a first.
Yeah, that is bound to happen sooner or
It's
later.
been-
I mean, even a broken
Alright,
clock is right
clock,
twice a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my favorite saying of all time. It's so petty, and it's like I'm admitting you're right, but I still think you're a dumbass.
Yeah, that's.
It's great.
I'm not sure if I prefer that one more, or even a blind squirrel occasionally finds a nut.
I mean, I think that's maybe the first time I've ever heard that. Maybe like the second. So for me, it's a clear choice because I didn't know there was another option.
Oh yeah.
However, that's good. I like that.
Okay, so we're gonna go into the fake casket and fight the succubus because it's a story progression. This is technically an optional battle, I guess, because you can get the bad ending without doing this, but you have to do this, really.
Viewers, we are not going to leave you with the bad ending.
Mother!
Or are we?
I'm not. Well, I don't think I'm going to get as far as all that.
Well, I mean, tonight, we're
Right.
going to leave you with... Yeah, I just mean in general.
I'll save
Right.
you.
But-
No, Alucard, don't come here.
Don't
But
come here.
Mother,
But mother.
It's all right. If my death can
Mother. Yeah.
Oh,
Some
cool.
great voice acting there. As with the
Mother,
rest of the game.
no! Please,
Yep.
no!
Yes, Alucard. Watch me die, and remember always my last words to you.
What?
Yes, Mother.
You
Yeah, my
must
capture card's been being a dick
despise
tonight. I don't know what the
humans.
deal is.
They are to be your prey.
It's a dick.
What?
What?
Better for them to die than to let them compound their sins.
That's a good approximation.
Begin by slaying that one over there.
No, it wasn't like this.
What's wrong, Alucard?
My mother never said such a thing.
What do you mean? Kill them and bring them happiness.
No, you're not my mother. What kind of demon are you?
You broke free of my spell. I like that.
Demon. Death is too good for you.
Death is too good for you.
Show me what you got.
That's fucked up to say.
Yeah, I actually forgot what happens to the succubus when you kill her until my last playthrough, and it's like, well, he's about to explain it because it took me about 5 seconds to kill her.
Darling, I smell your blood. You're a vampire? Could it be that strength, that beauty?
Oh yeah, that did take
You are
5
the
seconds.
son
I just
of
saw it.
Lord
Yep.
Dracula.
I smell you are blood.
Dream world will set your soul wandering for eternity.
Death in the dream world will set your soul wandering for
Wait,
eternity.
I beg of you.
So have fun with that. Just fucking roaming the ethereal plane forever. Bye. Fuck you. On the other hand, no one pretends to be my mom and gets away with it. So I think I'm going to get the Holy Snorkel and then I'm going to call it a night.
Rhino Nar says, "Do you like the Call of Juarez series?"
I have never played a game in the Call of Juarez series.
I have also not. So maybe
It's possible.
it's legally possible. I'm gonna say
legally
probably
possible.
not.
It's a Ubisoft like FPS series, right? Or something like that.
I don't know if it's Ubisoft. Maybe it is. I'm gonna say probably not. The only Western stuff that I like is Fallout, which isn't a Western, and movies. I've never really been into like games like I don't know.
I can't think of a game that is. I mean, I guess the first, not the first Red Dead, but the first Red Dead Redemption, which is the second
Yeah.
Red Dead. I hate it when game
right.
series do that. By the way, that drives me absolutely
Yeah.
bananas. Soul
Movies
Calibur's
also.
really bad about that. Yeah,
No, is it?
yeah. Soul Blade or Soul Edge was
Oh,
the
I
first
guess that
one.
is. Yeah.
And
Well, it
then
depends on which country
Soul
we're in, yeah.
Calibur, right? And then Soul Calibur, and
But
then
then it's just Soul Calibur
2.
from then on.
Right.
There's like spin-offs.
Or like
but,
Metal
yeah.
Gear is super frustrating
Metal
about that
Gear
too.
is shitty about that. Yeah, that's fair.
But it's like Metal Gear 2, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3. And I'm like, wait, so Metal Gear Solid 3 is actually Metal Gear 5.
Yeah.
But it's also a prequel, which also means it's like Metal Gear 0.
Yeah. Exactly. It's also the best one.
It is the best one. I liked 5 a lot, actually, but I think 3 is still the best one. Although
I mean, I like 5 a lot too. It would have been cool if it was done. I
Yeah,
hope it gets
right?
out of early
No kidding.
access soon.
Yeah, no shit. The Holy Snorkel.
Got him.
Got him. So I can't save here, so I guess I'm gonna get the map coverage like in this area, and then yeah. Look, Boatman, you can take off. I have the Holy Snorkel now, so I can.
don't
This
need
is
your
going to be
dumb ass.
one of those things where I'm pressing select constantly so that I can make sure I'm getting all of the map coverage. Because it affects the ending. The good ending, I guess. It doesn't affect the bad ending. It doesn't matter. If you get the bad ending, you just get the bad ending.
Scholar's Ink Cup, huh? Alright.
Playing Breath of the Waifu?
It's a distinct possibility. I don't know if I said this to you. I know I've said it to Eric, but this game has artifacts instead of like gear. So
Yeah.
instead of like fucking a hat, there's 5, right? So what do you do in RPGs? You wear like a helmet, like a chest piece, like pants, and like boots and gloves or something, right? That's the games
Yeah,
split it up
sure.
differently, but that's like a standard. If you're gonna have 5 pieces of equipment, right? You can do that.
Sure.
In this game, it's a feather, a flower, a like fucking timepiece. Like some of them are
watch.
hourglasses and some are pocket watches.
Jesus,
A
okay.
cup and a crown.
So did you say a
And it's
cup?
like
an athletic
a cup.
supporter?
No, like I'm gonna take a drink. And it's like, so I'll get a thing where I'm like trying to put a gear set together, and it's like, oh, this is like it's not clear what I'm looking at. Where I'm like, oh, I can equip these 2, but one's 1 clock and one's a different clock. So it's like, but it looks like a fucking cup. They look almost the same. So it's like if I'm not like thinking of, you know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
why can't it just be a hat? I know what a
Right.
hat
I
is
know what a hat
compared to
is.
gloves.
Yeah.
Like, but whereas it's like, oh, dude, I got too many feathers. I can't have 2 feathers. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Just, it's not that bad, but it's just annoying enough where it's like, dude, what are you doing, man? Like, fucking relax.
Chill out,
Oh,
game.
This is terrible. Boo.
Are there gacha mechanics around all that shit too? I'm sure there are, right? Or no, is it just the gacha just like the currency used to buy that shit?
The gacha is only for weapons and characters, but like the game's leveling mechanics are a part of everything. So like you have to feed equipment and crystals into your artifacts and your weapons to level them up. So like that's the same. But you don't actually buy artifacts, you have to find them. The grind comes from artifacts because you have to
Grind certain
So-
enemies to get certain drops.
like certain like dungeons, and then that's how you get drops. And then that uses a fake currency that like regenerates over time. And so that's where the gacha comes in. That's where the real money comes in, I guess we should say. Because you can replenish that fake currency rather than waiting with real money.
Real currency.
Yeah. Well, also it's the game's fake currency, but you can use real currency to buy the fake currency.
Right, that's
So,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
You can replenish your fake currency with real currency.
Yeah, exactly. So, but you also can earn fake currency, so you don't.
You don't have
That's
to.
what makes it more insidious, obviously, though, right? Is that well, cool, you don't need to, but it's like, yeah, but you know what you're fucking doing, man. Like,
You're gonna,
come on.
right.
Whereas I'm like, I'll just do it till I run out every day, and then that's good enough, and just deal with that. It's okay to be suboptimal in a gacha sometimes, because
Right.
otherwise you're spending
Because yeah, I was gonna say otherwise you
a
fucking
lot
fortune.
of money. Yeah.
So I said I was
saw
just
one
gonna get
person-
the Holy Snorkel, but I decided I'm actually gonna finish this map coverage and then
Punk the final boss and beat the entire game. Yeah, that sounds
nah,
good.
I don't think I have time for that, but I'm gonna. So we get all of the. No, I didn't. Okay, I'm gonna go fall down over here. Oh, the secret boots that make you 1 pixel taller.
Hell yeah. I feel like I was here the last time you got those in like a different game.
Yeah, when I was playing through the PSP version, I think.
Oh.
Oh, come
Does the
on.
master do anything for her?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish the map coverage in the underground caverns here and just enter the next section, which is where I have to go to get the Bat Echo so I can get the Spike Breaker armor. Sorry. Is that right? I'm trying to remember. Well, whatever. It ends with the Spike Breaker armor, but that's what I'm doing next. But I'm gonna get some map coverage before I...
Like using set. Okay.
Rhinonar says Bionic Commando 09 isn't that bad. I mean, I've made an episode on that, and I think I've made my feelings clear on Bionic Commando 09, so I'm not gonna yuck your yum, dude, but I don't think it's very good.
I thought it was fine.
I don't know. I've heard that like if you
Oh,
play
that's all I have
it
to
with a
say.
mouse, apparently like it's better. I'm told,
That
allegedly.
seems weird.
I mean, it does.
I-
You're not wrong.
Yeah, I don't know. I played that on PS3, I guess. Is
Yeah,
that right?
same.
Yeah, and like I thought it was fine. Like it's very clearly built around like its mechanics, and like I thought it was fine.
I thought the swinging, there was like too much going on with the swinging. It's like too annoyingly hard to like.
Oh, so you suck. I
swing
get it.
well. Yeah, pretty much.
What's it like being a fucking scrub lord?
You
good,
know,
I
we
bet.
all have to like deal with things in our lives, you know, and that's just one
Answer
of the
the
things
question,
that I have to
sir.
deal with.
Sir.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Do I have a mute button for Alex?
No. Maybe I don't know. Do you have like it's like Discord
I-
permission?
Oh yeah, actually, I could mute you in Discord, I think, but I was gonna say I can't mute you through OBS because I would mute the game audio at the same time.
Nice. All right, we in there. We in there. He'll never be rid of me.
Yeah. Oh no, Alex, I didn't pay
Oh, no.
Konami a licensing fee to play this game on stream because that's what I should be doing. Did you see that particular garbage take on Twitter today?
No, I was at work.
Yeah.
I'm doing my job.
Good work. I'm
That's
glad
fine.
you were doing your job. But yeah,
Yeah.
there's
I
some
kinda
dude
actually
who
wasn't
apparently
doing my job at work. If
No.
no, they like had me do like training stuff for like most of the day, and then they're like, "Hey, we're gonna give you a patient." And I was like, "All right." And then I took the patient. I had them for like 4 hours. They're like, "Okay, you should go back on like training stuff." And I was like, "All right." So I gave it to somebody else, and then that was it. And I left early. It was a very chill day. So
Good. I'm glad it was a chill day.
Yeah.
So there's some dude who works on Google Stadia, because of course,
what is
who
that?
had this. It's not important.
Correct.
But he just had this like amazingly shit take about how like streamers should have to pay licensing fees to show the games that they're streaming to the company, to the publishers of those games, because that's what happens in all other media, which is like the difference. I mean it's just a shit tier take, obviously. Like I don't really feel like I need to explain more than that, but he was getting just fucking totally roasted by just about everybody on my feed, including myself. So
Well, he should.
yeah, he definitely should, because that's a garbage take. Oh, that's right. This is where I have to get... Okay, I have to get the imp familiar, and then he comes and pushes the switch.
He'll check it and see.
He will, and we're gonna get the right sample this time.
Good. Good.
That Cerberus fight was not as fast and optimal as I might have hoped, but that's fine. I feel like maybe I should switch back to the rapier instead of using the sword called Harper, because I think actually the rapier's like rapid stabbing probably does more damage quicker. be a downgrade. That's a definite downgrade. But
See, like right now, I'm like looking, I'm comparing one set of gear on one person. I was like, okay, I just got like 2 pieces on a new set, so I only have those 2. So like I have a cup and a clock, but I have 2 other sets because there's like pairs that you can do. And I'm like, okay, if I take the clock off, can I put the clock? And I'm like, this sucks. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. Like,
right.
fucking video games. The ones I like are out to get me. Say lovey.
Well, especially the ones you like, because
Yeah, that's actually true.
do you still play Destiny with any degree of frequency?
No, they made one change in that game that like I hated so much that I was like, I'm just not gonna play this game anymore. So.
Wow.
Well, so what they did, it's the fucking stupidest thing ever. All gear has a thing where it has a level, and like, you know, you can feed. So if I have like one that's 100 and one that's 200, but say like the one that's 100, even though it's weaker than the 200 one, maybe it has like better skills. So what you can do, and I'm like, that's the one I want to use, but it's weaker now. What do I do? You can feed the 200 into the 100, and now the 100 is 200, and that one you use up the other gun, but like, you know, now it's stronger, right?
Right.
That's like the core of the system from the beginning. What they're doing now is they implemented that all weapons and the big thing is all armor has a cap, which is that, so from when it was introduced, you have 1 year. They're basically like, we're going to do expansions and like little DLC packs and so on. Basically what they've been doing, like a big DLC expansion every year, and then like seasons kind of a thing. Like, which is what they've been doing for a few years. So they're like, every season the level cap's going to go up by X amount. I think it's 50. And so basically what we're going to do is 1 year from, like, if it comes out in this season, you know, 4 seasons later, whatever the level cap is, that's what the cap on this weapon is. Meaning your guns and armor have like a limited time of effectiveness,
Right.
essentially. So it basically forces you to just so it's like, the thing that really like made me so mad is because like there's a gun in that game that I love. I ground out like 50 or 60 of them. I like found the perfect one that was like, it's not even technically like a textbook perfect one. It's the one that I wanted because it had all the shit I wanted. It was like the perfect one for me. And I was like, this gun is amazing. I love it. And I used it for like everything all the time. It was like the old reliable, like the standby, right?
Sure.
And now it's like, just to know that like, oh, that gun is already
It's going to
useless.
be completely useless.
No, it already is,
It
because when I got it, it's the season that's going on now is maxed out. So like I can be using it literally right now, and in like 2 months or a month or something, maybe 3, I don't know off the top of my head.
It will be useless.
It will be. I will not be able to take it any further. And there's some things that, some activities I could use it in that the level cap doesn't matter, but it's very limited. Like it's mostly like PvP. Actually, it's literally PvP, and that's it. But even some of the PvP modes do take level into account. So those modes I wouldn't be able to use. So it's like.
Oh wait, here we go.
Yeah.
Switch. Why don't I press it?
Why don't I press it and see?
See. Good. All is right with the world. The big thing is they introduced like a new armor system like last year sometime, or this year, I don't remember, because COVID has like deformed all sense of time and reality.
All sense of, yeah.
Yeah. But they introduced this new armor system, which is like, okay, so basically you have to like level the shit out of your armor. And the thought process was, oh, well, you know, you have to level your armor up, but you can equip things into the slots in your armor, so you can kind of customize what your armor does. There's, of course, a bunch of caveats, there's a bunch of limitations on that. Which is not initially what they said it was going to be. So it's like, alright, well, this already fucking sucks ass. But okay, fine, whatever. I was like, it's fine. I already ground out like I got a good set of armor for every equipment slot, and so, you know, I'm good. I'm done. And then they introduced this new system, which is like, no, your armor will suck after a year, so now you need to grind out like just a random. You need to hope you get the random drop in the element you want with the stats you want, and then level it up every year. And it's like, dude, that sucked the first time, and I didn't want to do it then. And it's like now.
Oh, I really
have to
don't want to do it.
Now I really don't want to do it, and they're like doing it under this guise of like we're gonna like it'll like we can balance the game better and like we can control
Why don't
things
you just
better.
put out
It's
balance patches like fucking
that's
Overwatch?
what they were doing.
Like,
It's like I don't know. I'm just like this is so fucking stupid that I'm just done. Just fuck it. I'm done. Like
Yeah.
it's just across the board like an awful idea, and everybody hates it too. When they first announced it, everybody was like, "What the fuck, dude? Like, why?" And but it's one of those things where they're just like, "We think the future of the game will be very," and you're like, "Okay, dude, like, bye,
yep, I
bye."
can. What you're saying is you want more of my money, and I'm just gonna say no to that. So,
I just don't understand.
speaking of more of that,
Anyway.
I'm gonna call it a night here. We've been streaming
Yeah.
for how long have I been streaming?
2 minutes.
About an hour and a quarter, give or take. So we're gonna call it a night, and we'll be back tomorrow with something else. And if it's me doing it, it'll be early because there's a Joe Bob thing tomorrow night that I'm gonna watch to double feature on Shudder. So I'll be watching that. So good night, everybody.
Bye.